morning. It's well, it's actually kind of late. I've been out all day and just got back to the house just a little while ago. And even though I was out, I still placed a couple trades, but I wasn't able to update or do a video since I was in a mobile unit of a work truck. Um, so what did I do today? I saw CSIQ, right? So I looked at. Let me get rid of this just so saw the weekly, right? Then I narrowed it down to the daily, and it looks good. It looks, hopefully we do get that breakout, um, which I had placed right here. I'm a little early. Um, it just everything looks good. That's why I jumped in a little early as opposed to waiting for the breakout. Mm, so, and what I'm playing is the 4 hour. There's a squeeze here that's coiled up, um, and we're above the moving averages. That's pretty much why I took it. I mean, it looks great. Um, Going back here to the daily. Um, I don't know. In one of the previous videos, I've talked about reversion to the means, whether from the upside, or from the downside. But this is a perfect example of how a stock kind of gives you a little rip, and then it wants to come back to the mean. Right now, I've said before, it doesn't necessarily have to come touch the mean. The 20 or the 21 EMA is what usually is used. And sometimes it'll bounce in between, the 8 or the 9 and the 20 or 21, somewhere in there. But in this case, I mean, it did kind of come down below the 20 and below the 34 and 50, but then, it shot back up, and it's that magnet, like I call it, like a little magnet area. That's how it was taught to me, um, which is the mean, you know. So there's always some kind of like a traction of price that kind of wants to revert back to the mean, at least in the direction of it, right? So anyhow, yeah, this plays based off the 4 hour. 1 hour's pretty good. I mean, from the get go, the opening today, price looked very good, and it got stuck right here at that little level of resistance. Towards the last hour of trading, it started kind of busting through a little bit, and I got in. I think I got in. Let's see, here in the 5 minutes, somewhere here, right before I had to leave, step out. It was somewhere here. 11 or noon central. I'm central time. So, and what do I have? I just kind of wanted to get my toes wet here again, just take a little piece. Got 4 calls, slightly up, no big deal. We'll see, we break out, go ahead and add to it as it's breaking out, and we'll take it from there. Next stock, let me just go ahead and get this ready. It was Apple. I went ahead and took a piece of Apple. Yeah, well, let me show y'all what I want, because I actually wrote this stuff here. It doesn't look like it means anything on the weekly, but here. And I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video that I was liking Apple. I think it was last night's video, or maybe it was earlier this morning. I can't recall, but yeah, I'm liking what it was doing. Now this morning or last night, if I checked last night, this was the last candle. It was this one right here. So this was today's opening hourly candle, right? So I was already eyeing it. I was liking the price action. Yeah, I can kind of zoom in a little bit here. But this was Friday's close, and I jumped in. I don't know. I think within the first hour, we'll find out right now. I'll go to the position. So yeah, so I'm liking what it's doing, and I'm looking for this type of move, just a 1 hour rip, and that's what I call it. I don't know. Maybe there's others that other traders that call it the same. I mean, it's just a 1 hour rip. You can use the clouds for guidance and so forth, but that's what I'm hoping for. Um, so yeah, I mean that's pretty much why I took it. And I think, let me see, let's go to the position here. what did I take? Okay, I took something 46 days. Let's see. I'm a little, yeah, I just kind of got in just to get in. What time was this? Okay, it was pretty like at the opening, just a little bit after the opening, almost 30 minutes, which is, yeah, it's okay. Uh, so yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. So now let me just go ahead and remove these things here. And so now let's take a look at the weekly here. So yeah, weekly's looking good. It's actually a weekly squeeze going. I mean, if it fires off like this, fires off to the long side, to give us a good move, and that was my approach off the weekly. Just going for a nice relaxed swing. If we get it, I mean, we could end up going, back to the downside. Um, so we'll see. And oh, no, it's the 2 day. I want the daily. Yeah, I mean, it's good candle. Let me see what's with the 4 hour here. I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's just nothing else to it. And then I had a position LAC, and I exited. I took profits, and then I jumped back in. I was in the truck with my laptop, and I just wanted to get a piece and see if we get a little rip, a little bounce, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or something. That's it. I didn't really play a very, very long expiry position, just going 10 days, just outside the money here. We'll see. I'm down. Yeah, I just took 4 calls, just to, yeah, let's see if we get a little pop here. The weekly continues to look good. It's right on that descending trend line, and the daily, yeah, I mean, it shows the same thing. We are a little away from the mean here, so I am cautious of that. If we start to dip, then hey, you know what, I'll just bail, take my losses. It'll be just for a little scratch, and that's it. We'll reassess, and this would be nice, like a little dip like this, bounce. But because of lithium, and I don't know, seems like there's a shortage of just about everything now. And the 1 hour was looking, it wasn't looking too bad. Kind of like resembles what I just went over in Apple, at least on this point. I remember this rip here, and I was already in that position. Then we ripped again. I think I was in. I don't know. I've traded this thing like 3 or 4 times already, or 3 times. I think this is the 4th time. I mean, it's looking good. There's a squeeze here. Hopefully, it fires off to the upside. And so this was my driver here to just see if we can get a good swing. Maybe a day or two, good move in the 1 hour. We'll see. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Well, might as well just take a look at some of the indices. Here's gold. I mean, it's all right. It's hovering above 34.50. No biggie. Nasdaq. Oh, here it is. It's just basically flat. I mean, it's not. I don't even consider this down 9 points. Whatever. It's nothing. So yeah, it's just basically flat. It's just there. And I think there's FOMC minutes or something like that this week, Wednesday, or I don't know, something like that. S&P, same thing. I mean, it's just also just basically flat. So I don't know. It is what it is, right? And then crude oil, as I discussed in a previous video, how prices kind of, came back down and meandered here for a little bit on, right on at this trend line in this upward channel, and here we are again bouncing off. So I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. So we'll see. I'll just leave you all with that, and you guys can do your own DD, and but that's what I'm looking for. These are the plays. I like that 1 hour rip, and we get it, we don't, and that's it. So y'all have a good one.